Good morning, children. Now here we are going to do map reading. Here we'll start with the second chapter, that is location and extent. Okay. Now on this lesson, children, there are certain questions which are based on the map, as well as some diagrams also can be given. For example, here we have the picture of our national flag, national emblem, okay, of both India and Brazil. So uh, you'll have to answer questions based on that. Okay. Now look at the two diagrams here. Now the first one is our national flag. Okay. The colors here are saffron, white and green, and the second diagram shows you the national flag of Brazil. Okay. Now let's come to the map of the world. Here you have now uh, various continents and oceans as well as can be seen, and you can also see India and Brazil. Okay. So looking at the map, you can see the position of India. Okay. uh, India is located in the northern hemisphere as well as the eastern hemisphere. Okay. Brazil is located more in the southern hemisphere. A little bit of it is in the northern hemisphere. Okay. As well as in the western hemisphere. Okay. Locate the various oceans and continents of the world can be seen. Okay. You have various continents here. We have North America, South America, Africa, Europe, Asia, okay, and Australia, okay, and finally you have Antarctica. The oceans here are Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, okay, Arctic Ocean, and the Southern Ocean, okay. Also remember the important latitudes. Here we have the Tropic of Cancer, that is 23.5 degree north, the equator, that is 0 degree, and the Tropic of Capricorn, about 23.5 degree south. Okay, children. So you can also be asked questions based on the map here. Okay. So let's continue with the questions here. That is, name all the continents and oceans of the world. Okay. Continents I've just mentioned. The continents of the world are North America, okay, South America, Asia, Europe, okay, then we have Australia, okay, and Antarctica, okay. uh, Now then we come to oceans, okay, Pacific Ocean, Indian Ocean, then we have the Atlantic Ocean and the Southern Ocean and Arctic Ocean. Okay. Now, of the two countries, which is larger in size? Okay. Look at Brazil. Okay. The size of Brazil as well as that of India. Okay. Which is larger, children? It is, of course, Brazil. Okay. Now, Brazil is larger than India with respect to size or area. Brazil is the fifth largest country in the world, and India is seventh largest country in the world in terms of area. So, looking at the size of Brazil and India, uh, we can make out that Brazil is larger in size. Okay. Brazil is the fifth largest country, whereas India is the seventh largest country, okay, in the world. Which country has a larger latitudinal extent? Okay. Now latitudinal extent, if you see again, it is, look at Brazil and India, you find Brazil has a larger latitudinal extent. Okay. Then how do the location of the countries India and Brazil differ in terms of their position in the respective continents? Okay. Now let's go back to India as well as Brazil. Let us take Brazil first. Okay. Now, where is Brazil located? Now, if you see, Brazil is a country which is located in the continent of South America. Okay. Now, where is India located? India is a country which is located in the continent of Asia. Okay. Then, again, as I told you, Brazil is located more in the southern hemisphere than in the northern hemisphere. That is, a part of it will be in the northern hemisphere, as well as it is also located along the western hemisphere. Okay, now what about India? India is located in the northern hemisphere. Just see, children, just above the equator. You'll find India is located just above the equator. So it is located in the northern hemisphere as well as in the eastern hemisphere. Okay. So the Indian subcontinent lies in the Asian continent in the northern hemisphere, while Brazil lies in the South American continent. A part of it lies in the northern hemisphere and most part of it lies in the southern hemisphere. Okay. Now, let's come to this. Okay, all of you would have known this. Okay, so what is that, children? Now it is the national emblem, okay, of India. All right, look at the picture very carefully. Now, in case, children, you are asked in your exam, okay, to write the names of these diagrams, you'll have to remember it is the national emblem of India. Okay, so the national emblem of India is an adaptation of the lion capital at Sarnath in Bihar, erected by King Ashoka, along with the line Satyamev Jayate, meaning truth alone triumphs. Okay, so this is the national emblem of India, and it is actually an adaptation of the lion capital at Sarnath. Okay, and Sarnath is in Bihar, of course, and it was erected by King Ashoka. Okay, the lines written there are, can you see, children, Satyamev Jayate written here? Okay, this means truth alone triumphs. Okay, now this emblem was officially adopted by India on 26 January 1950 when India became a republic. So this emblem was officially adopted by India on 26 January 1950. Okay, now if you look at the picture, you'll find, see, can you see, children, only three lines, the faces of three lines are seen. The fourth is seen at the back. Okay, down at the bottom, you can see the two animals. Okay, you can see the horse as well as the bull also. Okay, children. Now, the Ashoka pillar has 4 lines, of which only 3 are visible. Okay, so you can see only 3 lines over there. The fourth one is at the back. Okay, there is a wheel known as Dhamma Chakra at the center of the base on all 4 sides. Okay, so can you see the wheel, children? Okay, so just down below, can you see the wheel? Okay, now on one of the sides there is a bull, okay, and a galloping horse on the either side of the wheel. Okay, so can you see the bull, children, and the horse is seen galloping over here. Okay, the bull is there and the galloping horse on the other side. Okay, whereas on the opposite side there is an elephant and a lion on either side of the wheel. Okay, so below each wheel there is a bell-shaped lotus. Okay, so below each wheel there is a bell-shaped lotus. And of course, where do you see this national emblem, children? You'll find it on all government documents and can be seen on Indian currency as well. Okay, you can see that even on stamp papers and all, children. Okay, that is all government documents, as well as you can see it in Indian currency, all your notes. Okay, you can see the national emblem. Okay, now this is the Brazilian emblem. Okay, children. Now, the emblem of Brazil was officially accepted on 19th November 1889, 4 days after Brazil became a republic. So, children, remember when Brazil became a republic? It was on 19th November 1889. Okay, so this emblem was officially accepted 4 days after Brazil became a republic. Okay, the central part of the emblem consists of 5 white stars on a blue circle representing the Southern Cross. Okay, so look at the central part. Okay, on the central part you can find 5 stars. Okay, on a blue circle representing the Southern Cross. Okay, Then the ring of 27 stars around the central circle represents the 26 states and federal district of Brazil. So the 27 stars are represent the 26 states in Brazil as well as the federal district of Brazil, that is the capital of Brazil, which is Brasilia. The circle is placed on a star shown in three colors, namely yellow, green, and red. Okay, so it is placed on a star shown in three colors. Okay, the three colors are shown, but here I was not able to get the colored one, children. Okay, so in three colors, namely yellow, green, and red. Okay, now on the left side of the star, there is a branch of coffee plant, while at the right side is a branch of tobacco. Okay, so left side, children, you have two branches. Okay, on the left side we have the coffee, okay, plant, and the right side, okay, you have the tobacco. Now both these crops, that is coffee and tobacco, are important crops which are grown in Brazil. At the bottom there is a ribbon with the official name of the country and the date when it became a republic. Okay, so look at the bottom, children. Can you see the ribbon? Okay. Then you can see the name of the country. What is that? Estados Unidos do Brazil. And then you can also see the date when it became a republic, children. 15, okay, D Novembro, D 1889. Okay. So you can see the name of the country as well as the date when it became the republic. Okay. Now, let us come to post-independence characteristics of India and Brazil. Okay, now children, what are the characteristics? Okay, after independence, okay, characteristics of both these two countries. Okay, children, you'll have to remember. Okay, now, so India, when did India become a republic, children? India adopted the republican form of government immediately after its independence in 1947. Okay, so India became after becoming independent in 1947, it adopted the republican form of government. Okay, but Brazil got its independence in 1822, children. Okay, and after 1822, all of you know it was under the populist military regime from 1930 to 1985. Okay, then India has a parliamentary democracy, whereas Brazil has presidential form of government. Okay. Then India, now next is, we'll discuss about the development here. Okay. Now, development in India took place at a very fast rate. Okay. So India developed fast. It constructed a lot of roads and railways, which connected important cities and states. But we find development was very slow in Brazil. Okay, first of all, you should remember, children, terrain is very important. Okay, the terrain here is uneven and also very difficult. Okay, and hence you find construction of roads, railways, etc. took a very long time. Okay, then next is, we come to the sex ratio. Okay, in India you find the sex ratio is highly unfavorable. That is, we have more number of men and less number of women. Okay, whereas we find in Brazil the sex ratio is quite favorable. Okay, but you find another positive factor is the percentage of youth in India is more, whereas you find we have more number of older people. The percentage of older people in Brazil is more. Okay, then next is, say children, all these questions are very important. Okay, so just go through this. Now next is, we come to the powers which ruled over India. Okay, now the imperial powers that ruled Brazil also ruled a part of India. Okay, all of you know the imperial powers that ruled over India. Who were they, children? They were the Portuguese. And you should remember that they also ruled a part of India. Okay, now find out when that part of India achieved independence. Okay, so let us come to the powers that ruled over Brazil. So who ruled over Brazil now, children? So It is a Portuguese. So Portuguese ruled over Brazil. But you should also remember, children, in India, some parts of India were also ruled by them. That is, the Portuguese ruled over Goa, Daman Diu, Dadra and Nagar Haveli. Okay. Now, but in 1954, you find, see, that is even after India got its independence, the Portuguese were still there in India, children. So in 1954, Dadra and Nagar Haveli became free from Portuguese rule and it became a part of the Indian democracy in August 1961. Okay, so in 1954. Okay, remember children, in 1954, Dadra and Nagar Haveli became free. So the Portuguese left a part of India, that is that let to us hold over, freed Dadra and Nagar Haveli. Okay, and these two became a part of the Indian democracy in August 1961. Okay, later you find Daman, we still have Daman and Diu also, children. Daman, Diu and Goa also were there. Okay, and Daman and Diu and Goa also were freed from the Portuguese rule. But here the military had to intervene. Okay, so Indian military had to intervene, and finally you find Daman, Diu and Goa became a part of the Indian democracy on 19 December 1961. Okay, while Daman and Diu and Nagar Haveli are in union territories, Goa is one of the 29 states of India. Okay, so you should remember the imperial powers that ruled over Britain also ruled part of India. Okay, so which were the union territories and states, children? So we have Dadra, Nagar Haveli, Daman, Diu, Goa, etc. We all parts of the Portuguese rule. Okay, Dadra and Nagar Haveli, okay, became free in 1954, but it became a part of the Indian democracy only in August 1961. Goa, Daman and Diu also were freed from Portuguese rule only later, that is on 19 December 1961. But as I told you, the Indian military, had to intervene here, and finally, Daman and Diu and Goa are free from the Portuguese rule. Okay, and Goa is now one of the 29 states of India. Daman and Diu and Nagar Haveli are our union territories. So children, these questions are very, very important. Go through the map also. Okay, the diagrams that I have shown here also very, very important, children. You can have questions based on them. So these are also very important. Okay, children. Thank you.